Hey guys, I have a very special video. You can obviously tell that this is heaven, and I'm going to be showing you how to bathe and what you will need to bathe your reborn that does have a cloth body, or at least the way I do it. But first, I'm going to show you her outfit that I'm going to change her into. It's these pants with frills at the bottom, this top with just birds on them, this passy, this hat which is like black, navy blue and polka dots, and it's going to be a bath, so obviously I have her lukewarm water and some soap, which is clothes, so that's why I have it in the water. But, yeah, so that right there, and I have my bed covered so nothing will get on it. But yeah, so I'm going to get started. I always leave a onesie on her, usually a white one, so nothing will get on her. But I usually use my hands to do it. So before I even do anything, I'm just going to gently wipe her down. And I only use my hands because I'm scared of towels rubbing off her paint. Make sure that nothing's coming off, because I do have some ink on my hands. I just want to make sure it's not going to come off on her. Yeah, it's not going to come off. And this is lukewarm water, so it's just the right temperature. Okay. Now for her little hands, and I'll use my hands because two reasons I use my hands. Number one, because I don't want a towel rubbing off the paint or a washcloth, and two, because the washcloth will have to sit on her right here and it'll get her wet. So I'm going to be very gently doing her head. And yes, I do wash her hair, but I do that last because it's the hardest. There's her face. Rub that little nasty hair down. Okay, here's her soap if you guys want to see it. I'm just going to put some on my hand, which I'll pause the camera. Alright guys, I have a very little bit of soap on my hands. Actually, not a lot at all, it just looks like it. I'm going to stick my hand in the water and then kind of just push it around. And then get a little bit less on my hands. And then just rub it on her. And I don't ever really do baths with her, because I don't want her paint coming off. But when I do it, I'm very, very gentle. And I don't really rub, I just very gently run my hands across her like you normally would if you were just holding her or something. Okay, I'm just going to be very gentle with her head, not get soap in her eyes. Okay, I put on the towel. So I'm just going to stick my hand in and make sure I get all that soap off. And then use the towel to make sure I have my phone on charge, because it's about dead. But very gently wiping it off, just a little bit. I know it sounds so funny, but since she is silicone, it'll make that noise. So very gently do her face. Guys, and I am being very gentle, I promise. I am very cautious with her, so I'm just going to be wiping her down. I'm pat drying her, I'm not rubbing her. I'm just putting it on her legs and very gently, dabbing it to make sure that it gets clean and dry. So this is her first bath. Gently doing this. Okay. Being very gentle with her head, guys. Make sure her body's not wet. I'll very gently dab it. It's not wet, I just want to make sure. Very gently dabbing it. Yeah, it's not wet. Now for the hard part, her hair. So I'm going to remove what's under her bobbie thingy that I usually use. This back towards me. And then usually what I'll do is I'll have her on my lap and then just lean her head over. Just her head, and I'm very careful about this. And then have her like leaning on me, so her cloth won't get wet. And then just use your hand. And use a very tiny bit, or at least to try to use a very tiny bit of shampoo. Ooh, it got on the towel. Just put it in the water or something. A little bit too much, so just put it, or wiped it off and put it in the tub. Now guys, she has not lost any hair, so I don't have to worry about it, and I'm not rubbing it either, really. Don't want to get that in her eyes. Okay. Get it all out, which is not easy. I want to switch hands, but I don't want to get my phone wet, so I'm just going to dab my hand off. I don't want any soap left. I think I've about got it all. Okay, I've got it all, so I'm just going to move that back. Okay guys, all I did was move that, put her bobbie, so you guys can tell it, and towel. So I didn't do nothing else, so I'm just going to dab her face dry again. And then now very gently just put this on her head, so she won't be wet anymore. Don't want her to be too cold. But she's really already dry. Her toes look so green on camera. Do they look green? Because they're not green. So I'm going to get her top on her. Here it is if you guys want a closer look. So yeah. Alright guys, here she is. She was starting to get fussy, so I gave her a passing. But here's her pants, which are warm. They just came out of the dryer. And her top and hat, if you guys want to see that. I want to make sure it's not bleeding on her though, because I'm not too sure if this hat does that. I might just test it out, because I don't think I've ever got this hat wet before. Nope, this is a good brand hat. See, I'm so very gently dip it in the water, not at all really, see, very gently dip it in the water and rub it across the towel and on my hand and kind of on her arm and hair. See? Good brand. It's on the back of her head. Alright. Sorry I set the camera down, but thank you guys for watching. Comment and subscribe. That's it for now. Love y'all. Bye.